Hello, Leo. Welcome to your general and love reading for the month of July. I'm going to change the readings up just a little bit. You'll see that I'm going to, so the oracle cards, so if you have a question, go ahead and think of your question. I'm going to use these card decks here to pull your oracle messages from. And then I'm going to do the tarot reading from the Tarot of the Divine. I love this deck. It's different. It's also new, and I also struggle with it. So I'm not really, I think I struggled the most with maybe the pictures, but my God, sorry about that. So my camera keeps dropping, and hopefully it will stay still. So I did this thing. I'm not, this is my first time really using YouTube. So I mean, it's a learning process for me. I'm not like a computer or social media expert, so I'm learning here. But what I have noticed, I've been watching like the views and the likes. So Libra has the most views and the most likes, and then you are next. So you're second in line to get your readings. So that's how I've been doing my readings. The ones that I get the most views from, I do those first. So with you guys, I'm going to clarify using the Kipper deck. So the reading might be a little bit longer than normal, just because of the clarifying decks. So we'll see what messages come through. So keep in mind that July is the month of, it's the number 7. And 7 says you're on the right path and the outcome will exceed your expectations. The number 7 is a sign that divine magic is supporting you and opening up doors of opportunity. Alright, now my music's going. I'm not exactly sure why it was off. So, I would just like to say that we came out, so I pay attention to, and I've only been doing this maybe for like the past 3, 4, probably 4 or 5 years. I've been paying attention to the months, their numbers, and how they are for me. May is, and has been, and keep in mind, May is, the 5th month, and 5 is like, for me, 5 is almost like a tower moment. 5, it does mean upheaval and it means great change, but it also means like with great change comes new growth, new opportunities, huge blessings. So like a significant change is occurring, always for the better. It's a good idea to call upon heaven to help with life changes. So 5 for me, the month of May always seems like a little bit of a struggle. And then we come out of May and we go into the 6th, June. And so May can seem like a little bit of a topsy-turvy. It's a struggle. It's like a tower moment. And then, we come out of it and go into June, which is a 6, and that's all about balance. So, and then 2, in May, we had a Mercury Retrograde. So, I know I stated in the videos before that we weren't really out of the clear of Mercury retrograde until about the middle of June, which was like, almost 2 weeks ago. So really, now we're about to, because I'm doing this on the 27th, we're going to be moving into the month of 7, July. For me, July is that number 7. And then 2, if you've ever heard the phrase, Christmas in July, I always love the month of July because it always is like Christmas in July for me. July always seems for me so abundant, and I always have received like gifts that I didn't really expect or ask for, and it's like they just show up out of the blue, and it's great, which is one of the reasons why I love July. It feels so abundant and prosperous and surprises and full of surprises. So you should see that this month, Christmas in July. Also, we're still in Saturn retrograde, which is the Lord of Karma. So always be, mindful and aware of that going on around you. And then we have Jupiter going retrograde at the end of July, which Jupiter is also the planet of luck and prosperity. So you should see, and that's going to go on, I think, until October. So it goes retrograde through all of the signs. So you should see luck and prosperity and abundance for the next several months. Hopefully you're going to see a lot of it in the month of July. So let's see what your cards have to say for you. So this card came up for Libra as well. So we have Mott here with fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. We have at the bottom of the deck, transformation, divine passion, peace, and guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Your energy oracle message. We have yin yang, but it's in the reverse, which is also has my favorite number, the number 22. I spoke about the number 22 in Libra's reading. So at the bottom of the deck, we have 5 with attachment, hostilities, Archangel Metatron, and woman holding a heart, but it's in reverse. So there's something out of balance here with this card. Let me to see what this card reads. So this card reverse reveals a yang cycle, which is one of active, outgoing energy. This time calls for a more logical approach to things, but the logic needs to be applied to purposeful action. This cycle is often marked by creativity and new beginnings, sometimes with significant outer change. Let yourself apply more forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of this highly charged yang energy. All right, your angel answer message is a year from now. So I'm not exactly sure what questions you may have been asking yourself or asking the universe at the moment, but whatever that is, it is a year from now. Now at the bottom of the deck, we have perfect timing, reconsider, meditation brings answers, and big happy changes. And then I also see within the next few weeks. So maybe there's something that you are considering doing, and you could be like, once you make the decision, you're going to start to see things lining up for this to happen. But keep in mind that this will, especially like if you are in the planning stages, possibly of like starting a business, it's, and of course I am in this. I've been working on I make soap, so I've been working on it since like May. Well, I've been working on it all year. I got my tax return, I ordered everything, it came in, and then I had to study and learn how to make the soap from scratch because I had never done that before. and I had just gotten an already made soap base and melted it down and added my stuff to it. This time I decided to kick it up a notch and make it from scratch myself. So I had to learn how to do all that, teach myself. And, you know, now my soaps, when I make a soap, it has to sit for 6 weeks to cure. So I'm still continuously having to make soap to get prepared for when they're ready, which is still going to be, you know, next month, August sometime, before I can even sell them. So, you know, it's a progression. You know, if I were to apply this like in my situation, then I would see that this progress that I'm doing monthly is going to eventually, in a year's time, really take off. So apply that to your situation. And also, too, let me know how that fits for you. So your Earth Magic card is clouds with shape-shifting. So this card here says that as the clouds move and change and take shape, so too do you and your thoughts. So even if you've experienced negativity, know that or a setback or something, know that that will also change. So you have some changes blowing through. We have at the bottom of the deck, dawn, new beginning, music and harmony, vision quest with the desert, and spring equinox with the rebirth. So you may need to rely on music and like maybe frequency music to help, you know, elevate your frequency, your thoughts, the energy within you and your home. You might be on some type of vision quest, which, you know, can very much say, especially if you feel like you're in a dry desert right now and you're on this vision, you're on this quest to seek and to find the answers to move yourself out of this. You know, that could be that time frame, because then too we have spring equinox with rebirth. So around the spring, which could definitely be, you know, a year from now, you should see a huge rebirth transformation period coming in for you. Alright, so I'm going to put these out of the way. And now let's get started on the tarot. Keep in mind that you are seeing these in the opposite, okay? So we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So there was a huge loss, a huge heartache, heartbreak, sadness, Great Depression. You know, with her, she is pulling out. She has pulled one knife out of her from where she was stabbed. So you could have, you know, she's like stabbed in her heart, not in her back. So there is healing taking place for you this month over some form of a loss that you experienced. It could be that you experienced a huge heartbreak from a masculine, the Emperor. You know, she's pulling knives out and she's pulling swords out and he has a sword in his hand. So this Emperor could very much have broken your heart, and you could be struggling with, especially if you depended on this masculine for stability and structure. And it could have been that he did something to break that, to rock it, you know, rock the foundation, kind of like turning your life upside down a little bit, and maybe you are having to restructure and build your life. And I just got in ways that you never thought possible or never knew how to do. Alright, so the basis or the root of this reading is the Eight of Wands, which is a delay. Alright. Alright, so in the month of July, you are going to experience lethargy, delays, bad timing, slowness, and frustration. And I would say that it has to do with this heartache from this. I'm just going to say that if this isn't like an actual masculine in your life, then this just means like your foundation, that could be your home life, your work life is changing. That's the thing that's struggling from this heartbreak. So you're being challenged by immaturity and pettiness, rigidity, domination, and anger from, I'm going to say here, a masculine energy. Okay? I feel like maybe this masculine has really done something to break your heart. But the thing is I would say that this heartbreak stems from like March to June. So in the month of July, you should be starting to feel a relief from that, especially if you've been struggling with the pain of the heartache. So, because this in reverse, thankfully it's in reverse, is about overcoming grief, optimism, reconciliation, forgiveness, seeking help. So if you are wanting a reconciliation with him, I'm going to say that you will get reconciliation from this masculine like the beginning of July. So in a week or so, there should be some type of communication coming through from him. But I would just like to say that by the end of July, I feel like he may leave again and leave you out in the cold. So I would just be aware of that, because I have Leo in my chart, so I can somewhat empathize here with you. I have a masculine that is in and out in my life. So it's like, you know, I do readings for myself, and the cards will show me, and have shown me before, that he would leave, and then they've shown me when he would return. And of course, you know, my cards were right. So, when he returned, you know, I was excited. But then, you know, I did another reading and they told me that he was going to leave again. So, I was upset when he left again, but I wasn't as upset as I was like the very first time. So, I'm not going to say like I've gotten used to it, but I kind of have. And, you know, the last time that he returned, when my card said he would, I was happy that he returned, but when he returned, it was like he was overkill, and it started to frustrate me a little bit. And I was like thinking to myself, like, damn, I almost feel like I wish he would have just stayed away, because now he's getting on my nerves. And, you know, then, you know, we kept talking or whatever, and then he skipped out again. And I had a little bit of relief from that, because then I was like, okay, now he's off my back. You know, it's not as overkill. So now I've got some time to myself to really work on me. And I could see how, you know, when you're prepared and when you know something, you know that it's coming, you can better prepare yourself for it. And if you hear knowing that it's happened, hopefully it can help you to better prepare for it. But I see, because the Temperance card can represent a reconciliation, and you have that at the beginning of July. So it looks like the beginning of July, this person could come back to talk to you. And you could feel like a sense of harmony again, healing from this person. And that could be the thing that helps you to heal and remove these swords from your heart. But just keep in mind that there will be delays with this for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. I'll clarify that and find out. But there are delays. Things aren't going to take off the way you want them to in the month of July. So just be prepared for that. Now, the middle of July, oh, I love this Queen of Cups. Love these colors. So, this is like, these are like my favorite colors. So, in the middle of the July, this is going to be you. You know, you're going to be feeling good, really looking good, feeling good, being, you know, grounded in your emotions. And here she is. So, warmth, empathy, a counselor, intuitive, very kind, nurturing. So, this Queen of Cups energy, I feel like if you're a feminine watching this, this is going to be you. Like the middle of the month, you're going to be feeling good. I feel like the heartache is going to be gone. You will have healed yourself from that. And with this Queen of Cups here, the thing I love about the different variations of the tarot deck is, you know, how the placement of the people that are in the cards, because like the Rider-Waite tarot, the queen is looking at her cup and she looks disgruntled. She looks like she's, you know, upset even though she's in the upright. But this queen here, she's, you know, she's looking straight forward. She doesn't look disgruntled. She looks happy, calm, at peace. She's looking good, feeling good. She's got like her jewelry on. Her attire is, I mean, it's a beautiful energy coming off this card. So I see that you are going to be embodying that energy about the middle of July. Now, getting toward the end of July, we have this Five of Cups here. So the thing, I know my camera sucks. I want to get a new camera, but you know, at this time, which is why I'm taking donations always. So if you feel the need to make a donation, please do so. Because my money is really, my personal money is really strapped to the soap stuff I got going on. So, anyways, this five of coins here. That's a female in that card. She's out alone by herself. So this is like isolation, ruin, unemployment, recession, adversity. It's a financial hardship, being left out in the cold. She struggles alone despite her proximity to a force that could potentially help her, which means, you know, she's outside on her own making. Okay, so I'm just going to put this out there for you. This card for me, especially if you're the feminine watching this, is saying that you are putting yourself out in the cold. So either you're feeling so good by the middle of July that you're like, by the end, this Emperor, you might walk away from him yourself and be like, I've had enough of this. I'm not doing this anymore with you. As a matter of fact, I'd rather be depressed, alone, cold, and sick than being with you right now. I feel like that's the attitude coming off this card, because she can go inside any point in time, but she's outside by herself. And it's almost like, you know, she wants to be outside by herself in the cold. So you may have that attitude about the end of July. My card is stuck. 1 second. Okay, there it is. All right. So, your advice and or you. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. So, there is several threes. You've got 2 threes so far in this deck. Now, the thing that I would tell you about this Three of Cups is if you are either deciding to remove yourself from this situation, you are no longer wanting to entertain this with this masculine energy. Or now look, okay, if you're not dealing with a boyfriend or a husband or a fiance, this could be a brother or a father. So if you've been struggling and having daddy issues, then that's who this is. So just plug in the masculine energy here and how it resonates with you. So this, of course, in the upright, the Three of Cups talks about celebration, friends, parties, indulgence, community coming together. But here it's reversed. So this is like overindulgence, infidelity, disintegrating bonds, gossip, and isolation. This is your advice sector. So you obviously aren't feeling this energy anymore, and you have decided to take yourself out of the equation. It almost looks like in the advice sector that is your advice, is to take yourself out of this equation with whoever this masculine energy is for you. Now, in your environment, which would be this masculine energy, he is in this Eight of Swords energy, which means he's all in his head. He can't see a way out. And I would say that there's a lot of sadness, anxiety, victimhood, feeling trapped, paralysis, and crisis going on within him. So, if this is him who's feeling despair and feeling this way, then I would say it's also too by his own making. So, because there's swords here, sword there, and sword there. And I feel like this masculine energy, whoever he may be, stabbed you in the heart, broke your heart some way, shape, or form. And, you could be healing yourself and working on you. I'm going to tell you. Rejection is God's redirection. The girl from Moonlight Guidance on Instagram, she said that one day. And because a lot of people say rejection is God's protection, and she said that, and then she came back and said that she really liked and she preferred to say it how I just said it, because that's rang true for her. Like, rejection is God's redirection. So you could be, Spirit can be redirecting you into another direction, which is why this rejection is coming up, because obviously something here is not for you. So anyways, I feel like if you're the one heartbroken, I feel like your heart's going to heal. You are going to bounce back from this. The thing is that I feel the most, though, that you are taking yourself out of the equation, just because the damage has already been done. And though you may bounce back and come back and heal from it, I don't think you're going to subject yourself to the drama or the chaos from it again. I feel like you'd rather be alone, because it's like Mary J. Blige said, I can do bad all by myself. And I have adopted that mentality as well. Like, I don't need a man to do bad. And if I'm going to be done bad by one, I'd just rather be alone and be single. That could be your mentality here. You'll have to let me know. So, I don't feel like, this Five of Cups energy, which is what I was speaking of about the end of July for you. This is something that you do yourself. You have like a place to go, but it's almost like you don't want to be there. You want to isolate yourself and be on your own, and that's okay. I mean, that's perfectly fine, because You know, a lot of times people stress out when things go wrong. I used to do like that. But then I had this, I heard someone speak about the comeback. And I kept like looking into that. And then the more I looked into it, the more I started seeing more stuff about it. And it's like, you know, I don't fear getting knocked down anymore. Because I know my comeback game is strong. My comeback is real strong. And the comeback is like, you come out with full force. And, you know, a lot of people can't handle your comeback. So, I don't know exactly what you have going on right here in this month. But I would just say that, you know, have the mentality that I'm not going to say this situation is going to knock you down. Because I feel like you've already been knocked down. Now, if this Three of Swords was in the upright, then I would say, okay, you are experiencing heartbreak this month. But you've already experienced the heartbreak. So this is the healing that comes after. So you're in that process of these wounds being healed. Like you're removing the swords now. You may, this month, spend time licking your wounds. But just know that your comeback game can be really strong if you allow it. So you may have to like tweak your mindset to really strive for excellence when it comes to your comeback. Now, in the hopes and fears sector, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So there is fears around generosity, charity, kindness, value, reward. And I would say that these fears are more so stimulated from, you know, an abuse of power, scams, extortion, gullibility, greed. So you could have fears that this masculine is going to take advantage of you again. And he very well could. Very well could. So be aware, because awareness is everything. When you know something, you know how to navigate. Your outcome for the month is the Nine of Wands in reverse, which is really good. I'm glad to see the Nine of Wands in reverse, because in the upright, when the Nine of Wands is in the upright, it's like you're wounded from whatever situation you've experienced. You're guarded, you're beat up, you're tired, you're exhausted. And your mentality in the upright Nine of Wands is like, I'll do this one more time. Okay? It's in the reverse. So you're kind of like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. Which I feel like is a great thing for you. Alright, so the Nine of Wands in reverse. And I'm reading the card meanings from the book that comes with these. So, a stalemate, stubbornness, hesitance, giving in, and paranoia. Now, okay, so the girl in this card here, this is a Russian fairy tale. And it speaks about the Baba Yaga. So, being weathered by the battle, but she's wary, she's cautious, but she's also hopeful. Now, like I said, in the upright, you know, you're wounded, and you're like, I'll give this one more go. But in the reverse, you're like, no. And, you know, to a point of being stubborn about it. So that tells me that you're going to be holding your ground. Even though you may be paranoid, you may also be hesitant, and you may also have fears that this masculine is going to be able to suck you back in. Because, you know, sometimes men have a phenomenal way of, like, drawing us back in. Okay? You may have fears around that. So, I'm just going to tell you to be strong. And that could be why this Five of Coins is coming in, because you are so weary that you're like, no, I'm not giving in. I can't give in to this. And I think that you're like putting up a huge battle here, but I do feel that there is a weakness around that of trying to pull yourself out and not get reeled in by this masculine. I mean, us females, we endure that all the time, okay? Some men, they know how to play on our heartstrings and they know how to play on our weaknesses. I feel like this masculine right here knows how to play on your heartstrings and knows how to play on your weaknesses. But some way, shape, or form in here, you are going to have the strength to walk away and stay away, I feel like. So I'm just going to show you the bottom of the deck. We have the World. So, you know, there are two people in this, okay? There's some way, shape, or form a completion in this situation, this scenario here. There is something here coming full circle with you and this person. So, whether this is like karma, wrapping up, whichever. But I will tell you that this completion is really going to bring in some clarity for you. And I would say this clarity is around a new moon. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords in reverse over here. And we've got these Three of Swords right here. So now we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. This situation could very well make you be a bitch, okay? If you have to be a bitch in order to keep yourself out and away from this masculine, then that's what you got to do. If they're trying to reel you back in, you've got to stand strong and stand firm in your bitchiness if that's what it takes to keep you from not succumbing to their, you know, their magic or their draw on you or their pull on you. Because sometimes we have men that can really pull on us, whatever that is. And then we have the Lovers in reverse. So it's like this is and or was a karmic relationship, but now there's going to be an end to it, which is going to bring about a completion. So whatever you have learned from this scenario here with this masculine, try to learn from the mistakes and use that as knowledge and wisdom so that you don't repeat it again. Alright, so I'm going to start clarifying. I want to know what this Three of Swords, what is this Three of Swords for Leo in the month of July? What is this reverse Three of Swords for Leo in the month of July? And then we have main male. So this male here, I think, is the thing that broke your heart. So you are, what is this Eight of Wands here for Leo in the month of July? This reverse Eight of Wands. What is this reverse Eight of Wands for Leo in the month of July? We have mature female. So it actually could be you that's causing these delays with this masculine. Good for you. I would keep it up, especially if you are wanting to get out of this, you're wanting to put an end to it, and you're wanting to get away from it. Now, a year from now, if you're married to this person and you're breaking up and you're going to have to go through a divorce, then, like, you know, in a year from now, you will be divorced from this person. If you have history with this person, if you're not married, but you've been with them for quite some time, then it's going to take about a year or so for you to untangle your life from theirs, I feel like. But again, we have Mott here. This situation will be handled with a fair and just manner. But like with that yin and yang card, you're going to have to take action to make it happen. And the cloud with the ship shifting, I'm sorry, my dyslexia kicked in. With the shape shifting, it will move and it will change. And it may be a gradual change, okay? It may not be something that happens overnight. All right, this Five of Coins. What does this Five of Coins mean for Leo in the month of July? What does this Five of Coins mean for Leo in the month of July? Gosh, that card flipped out while I was shuffling. So, you may have a child with this person. And if you have a child with this person, it could be too that you're trying to protect your child from this masculine energy. Or you're going to feel... Now, if this is your dad that you're dealing with, then I will say that you are having somewhat struggles with like daddy issues with this person. These issues could stem back to a time when you were this young or this little. So, these childhood issues with your dad are the things that are going to cause you to walk away from his instability. That is, if you're dealing with the father, okay? But if you're not dealing with the father and this is your actual man, then I mean, honestly, the way I was just trying to say that, I just saw how the two correlated. If you don't have a kid with this person, then the time, like, you see the age of this little girl, when you were this little, if you had issues with your father when you were this little, those could be the things that is affecting you with your relationship with this masculine. Especially if you feel like your masculine is a lot like your father. Okay? But there is... I feel like with this removing yourself from the situation, it is going to bring some type of payout from this masculine. And there is something here that you are expecting from it. It could be that you actually have to take a loss from this masculine in order to get away from this masculine. Also keep that in mind. What is this Three of Cups in reverse for Leo in the month of July? What is this Three of Cups for Leo in the month of July? Ooh, High Honor. So, and then the Lovers also flew out. And we have Privileged Lady, Mature Woman, Sudden Wealth, Main Female, Courthouse. So there is something here. Okay. Now I'm starting to see it. So if this isn't a husband for you, this is just a lover, a boyfriend, could be a fiance, whatever, okay? If you end up having to go to court or something with this masculine, then just know that things will go in your favor. Even if you are untangling your life from their life, like with your friends and family, I think that people are going to see, especially if this masculine is name shaming you and talking shit about you to like your friends or to your family, I feel like your community of sorts is going to be able to see through this masculine's bullshit and his lies. But there will be some sort of payout or something from him to you, I feel like. And it will have you looking pretty and sitting pretty, whatever it is. And that could be the thing that he is stressing over and having sleepless nights over here in his environment. So I want to see the outcome card. What information do you have for Leo regarding this Nine of Wands in reverse? Boy, these cards are like... Sudden Wealth. So even though you are getting out of this situation and you're walking away from it, I feel like you are, that this masculine is very concerned, okay, because that flew out while I was shuffling. He is very concerned about this, and I feel like you might be over here having to work away and really toil and labor over, you know, trying to get your life together and just worrying about you. It may take a lot of work, okay? You may even feel like you're a slave to, well, hold on, like, you know how you separate and you go on your own, and then you've got to really work hard because you don't have two incomes anymore. You now are just down to your income. You could be feeling like you're really tired and like you're struggling to make ends meet because of you having to be on your own and doing it yourself around this breakup. But I feel like there's going to be a gift of money some way, shape, or form by the end of the month that's really going to help you out to get you through. So you may be struggling financially in the month of July, but I feel like something at the end of the month is going to go in your favor, and that may set you up for abundance in the month of August. And if I were you, I would pay attention to the cycles of the moon, especially the new moon, because when the new moon is 0, when it's void, that's the best time to make wishes for like 3 or 4 days straight. Can make the same wishes every night up to the universe, to the sky, and you'll see that they start to manifest. So this is all I have for you, Leo. If you like this reading, please like it. Give me a thumbs up. If you feel like this really hit home for you and you would like to give a donation or tithe into this, my Cash App and PayPal information is in the description box below. And if this is where I leave you, Leo, I'll see you again here in August. I wish you all the best. Take care. Namaste.